don't need a map. You don't need to go get keys. Do you need to stop and evacuate people?
No.
So the fact that you may end up eventually evacuating people doesn't say what you were doing those 3 minutes, correct?
No, sir.
But he certainly wasn't approaching the gunman.
No, sir.
And you didn't hesitate to do that.
I just asked and went.
You just went.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Absolutely.
You asked about there's no fatal funnel outside, right?
Yes, sir.
You ever heard of a fatal field? I made it up. So a fatal field, yeah, don't worry, it wasn't a trick question. So if I'm in a field, an open field with no cover, a handgun versus an AR-15.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, it's bad, right? And so you don't just run without any, you said follow up on information. And follow up on information means assess and figure out, right?
Yes, sir.
And listen and observe. Again, in that scenario, there's still been no line of sight. A shooter is not in your view, in Adrian's view, right?
Yes, sir. No, sir.
I mean, and then we can see the distances. These are long distances, right?
Yes.
And so you talked about taking that corner, and it's called cutting or slicing the pie. The jury's heard about that.
Yes, sir.
But you also acknowledged that AC unit with that fence changes the tactics on that corner, right?
Yes.
First of all, we know now, and they're not even contesting this, Adrian does not see this shooter, correct? Right?
Yes.
And Adrian can't tell if it's on the west side or the north side. He just hears shooting, right?
Yes, sir.
So whether he should run east or west, maybe getting instruction from a person that's frantic and stressed out, right?
Yes.
And stress, as we've heard other witnesses, but you know through your training and experience, can do interesting things to your sight, your perception, and your hearing, right?
Yes.
You've heard of tunnel vision?
Yes.
You've heard of auditory exclusion?
Yep.
You've heard of perception distortion, correct?
Yes.
Perception distortion means that what really happened is distorted by stress, so your perception becomes your reality and you think that that's what really happened.
Yes, sir.
And that can happen. And that's why you're trained that if somebody is excited, understandably, by the way, nobody is criticizing this young lady at this point, but that you're not going to just do whatever they say immediately. You have to wait, assess, follow up on the information, meaning it takes a little bit of time.
Yes, sir.
Especially if you don't have line of sight of the shooter, right?
Yes.
If you have line of sight of a shooter, like those 3 officers in the corner, you don't have to, your assessment's going to be a lot quicker.
Yes.
Right? So the 3 officers in the corner, if they were getting information from a very understandably excited witness, they can assess that words that they're getting because they have a visual, because they're following up and they're observing and orientating themselves to the circumstance because they can see what's going on, right?
Yes, sir.
Very different, right? And so those officers had a line of sight. One of them asked for permission to shoot and had the ability to shoot and stop, right?
Objection repetitive, Your Honor.
I will sustain that objection.
But what we know for sure is nobody from that corner followed the shooter into the west building.
No, sir.
What else we got for this witness?
No, Your Honor.
Well, I'm doing
That's what
check
I'm
one
asking.
thing, Judge. Yes, sir. Do you know now, but by the time that Adrian radioed in potential position of the shooter, he was already in the building?
Yes.
Pass the witness, Judge.
Okay, recall either side.
No, Your Honor.
No, Judge.
Okay, sir, you are excused with our thanks. I'm going to tell you the rule's been invoked. You know what that is.
Yes, sir.
Just try to avoid talking about the case until you know the case is over with.
Yes, sir.
It's your today. Thank you very much.
You know who went into the fatal funnel? My
Ma'am?
sister went into
Yeah.
the fatal funnel.
Ma'am,
Did she need a key? Why do you need a key?
ma'am, go ahead
Wasn't
and have
it
a seat.
locked? Y'all are saying that she didn't lock her door. She went into the fatal funnel. She did it! Not you, bastard!
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you to disregard the outburst. I forewarn these folks, if they do that, there's not going to be any warnings. They're going to be removed for the rest of the trial. That's unfortunate, very unfortunate. So thank you very much. We'll see you back here at 1:30, and remember my instructions, 1:30. Days in trial. I want this case to go to verdict. Any further outburst will just echo the attempt for another motion for mistrial. So please think about that. We're trying to get this case to the jury, and these are not helping. And soon enough, if it continues, I will have no choice but to grant a mistrial. So please think about that. All right, we're in recess, 1:30.
All right.